It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Rechtenwald. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Callies.
How are you?
It's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. What is today? Thursday.
Thursday.
All rolled in one.
Thursday.
It's,
And I will say that being this is a nice morning this morning, temperature-wise, the boys' track team is headed to conference.
We're at.
All
All right, there you go.
Hold on.
I'm going to tell you here in just a second if you
It's
don't.
south of Fayetteville.
Van Buren. Yeah.
That's it. Van Buren. I just couldn't pop in my head. Yep, they got conference today.
Yes, conference today. Bombers and Lady Bombers both go to conference. It starts at 10 o'clock this morning, so they're already on the road.
They left at 5:45.
That's terrible.
Yeah, more power to them.
Have a good time with that.
Unfortunately, I'm not going, so I won't make this one, but be anxious to see how things go.
Austin is participating, I'm sure.
Yes, and I think they've got him. He's not going to do the pole vault. Of course, he hasn't been that hot on the pole vault anyways, but he's had fun at it. But I think they got him in the 200 relay, the 400 relay, and the 400. Open.
A couple of those teams within the team have already got state qualifying times.
Yes,
So
their 400 relays already made state qualifying.
several of them will go to the state no matter how the team does today in conference. So that's pretty exciting.
It'll be pretty neat. It'll be pretty cool to see how this plays out today.
Yeah, it'd be good.
It'd be a good thing.
Have you been to very many track meets? I know you've been to one at least.
Yeah, no, I've been to a number of them. Yeah,
it's a little bit different.
They can last a long, long time.
But there's so many events that are built into a meet itself. It just takes a long time to get it done. I've
been to some that is actually cold outside and freezing, and them kids are wearing shorts and tank top, and they're running.
You know, it's amazing some of the smaller schools in our area that have track teams, but don't even have a track.
Oh yeah.
You know, Yellville, Cotter.
Yep.
Norfolk.
Yep.
And they're doing well.
Well, a lot of them, like Norfolk, who's doing great. I mean, they find somewhere to run and get their running in. But it's like they're hosting a conference and was using our facilities to do it, which is awesome. I love that schools work together like that.
Yeah, that interaction with the schools.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I wanted to say something here real quick, if I can find it before too long. We're talking about schools that don't have tracks, but they find somewhere to practice, such as Yellville Summit.
Yep.
They practice at the city park. Well, Yellville Summit track team did it again. 2A1 district track meet champions.
Awesome.
Boys,
way to go.
Boys and girls.
And you don't even have a track. I love it.
Yeah, boys and girls. I want to say congratulations to Miss Cambry Gibson and Tristan Teal. They were the high points in their divisions, and a bunch of their runners qualified for the state track meet, which will be at Pitman next week. And I just want to say congratulations to them. Just amazing.
It's awesome.
No track.
It's awesome.
But they have the district champion at Yellville.
I love it.
And you know what? There's a good chance they'll turn out being state champs again. You know, they've had several state champions already.
That's so cool. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. Other than that, what's going on with Scooter?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot.
Not
going
a
to be
whole
chilly
lot.
today.
Yeah, it is. It is going to be chilly. Going to be a little rainy, I think.
A little damp, I think. One day that's okay. We can.
Yeah, for some of the stuff we've dodged lately, I'll take the one day.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I was visiting with an older gentleman down Tracy Ferry yesterday, which he probably is watching this. I won't mention his name, but he said, "Yeah, we sure need some rain." I said, "Yeah, we do." I said, "Only after dark."
Only after dark, yeah. That's your requirement.
I don't mind. It can rain every day, but it can only rain after dark.
There you go.
Time for the morning prayer, brought to you by Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas. With all our respect, it's not just their motto, it's the way they do business. Renata Jenkins-Byler and her staff all across the state of Arkansas with 29 locations and one in Memphis, Tennessee, do a great job taking care of you in your time of sorrow and now the morning prayer. Lord, we just thank you for things that you do for us and give to us on a daily basis that we don't recognize or acknowledge, that you are the one that all great things come from above. Lord, we just pray that you will continue to lead, guide, and direct us and keep us safe. Lord, we just pray that the safe travels will be with all the teams that are out traveling around the state of Arkansas as they wrap up their track season with district meets all over the place. Lord, we just pray that you will continue to bless these students as their school year is about to wrap up. Lord, we just pray that you will just be with us and help us understand that you are the Almighty. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, Highway 5 North, just past Hospital Drive. Look to the right-hand side of the road. Look for the biggest American flag you've probably ever seen. Pull in there and go talk to them about pre-planning, funeral services, cemetery plots. Did I mention pre-planning?
Cemetery plots?
No,
The pre-planning.
Yeah, got to mention pre-planning.
Okay.
Yeah, you got that under control, right?
Oh, yeah, pre-planning.
Yeah, pre-planning.
Yeah. I haven't done it, but we need to mention it.
Your loved ones don't know how you wanted to go out of this world, so you ought to take care of that for them. That's one less thing that they'll have to deal with when you're gone. So Roller Funeral Home, give them a call at 870-425-2161. And if you don't know where the nearest roller is to you, give them a call. They'll let you know who would serve you the best in the area in which you're in. And that is the morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Home. And now it's time for a quick word from Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. Here in Mountain Home, 870-705-0405-0793.
Start over.
I've been doing this for how long? Yeah.
Back up.
870-405-0793 is their number. Give them a call right now. It's time for a quick word.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey,
Hey,
what
wait.
are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you
Where you
going?
going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z team.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for the weather and the dam reports and the lake levels, brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. If you go there, click on live views, this is what you see. It's another great shot. A little bit cloudy, but it's still a great shot.
Mm-hmm.
This is the from Marion County side of Arkansas back into the Baxter County side. The beautiful White River. No, I don't see any boats this morning. Must be the threat of rain that's keeping them off. Either that or they're up around that bend headed toward the dam. We took my grandson,
Yeah.
and there was hardly any boats down where the boats go in. But as soon as you made that bend around toward the dam, well, there they were.
Is that where you put in here in Cotter? Is that where you put in?
No, actually, we put in at Bull Shoal State Park.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over by Gaston's. Well, not quite as far down as Gaston's, but on the northern bend of that.
I haven't fished this side. I'm further south, usually down by Calico in that area.
This is the beautiful White River. This is what we call God's country. If you'd like to take a look to see what's available in our area as far as real estate listings, give them a call at 870-405-0793. Go to their website, retiredtoarkansas.net. You can click on MLS listings. They've got the whole MLS listings on their website. You can check it out. If you see something you like, give them a call. There's another beautiful shot. That's Contractors Trust there, and the railroad depot is up behind it. Going to zoom in, let you see the railroad depot. And I'm going to go ahead and read some temperatures. In Mountain Home, it's currently 54, Harrison 54, Batesville 55, Yellville is 56, Marshall is 60, Salem is 50, Mountain View 54, along with Calico Rock. West Plains, Missouri is 50, Springfield, Missouri 55, along with Poplar Bluff. St. Louis, Missouri is 49 at this time. If you like something you see on the MLS listings, make sure you give Bob and Linda Zadora a call at 870-405-0793. Retiredtoarkansas.net. Let's take a look at the radar. As you can see, there's a bunch of rain down in the southeast portion of the United States. There's some rain coming through Arkansas between 9 and noon. Hopefully that'll be gone out of here by mid-afternoon, but they say there's a slight chance of rain throughout the whole day today. So we're going to zoom back in just to Arkansas so I don't get yelled at when we go off the air.
That's right.
As you can see, there's rain over at Rogers and Fayetteville. Over in Jonesboro and Blytheville, they're getting a little bit of shower activity as well. Conway, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Texarkana, all is clear at this time. Fort Smith's getting some heavier showers, but around noon it's going to be out of that area. Mountain Home's going to be in the heavy shower zone around noon, and that should run to about 4 o'clock. But right now, as it looks, we're pretty clear all the way up till about 10:30 this morning, and then we're going to start seeing some heavier rain. We have no watches and warnings in our area. Neither do Oklahoma, Texas. Louisiana has a little bit of something fluttering around down there. Let's see what that is. Really can't tell. Dense fog advisory, it looks like, maybe. Frost warning up in Illinois. Northern part of Indiana, going to be a freeze warning in Michigan. None of that's going to affect us, so we'll just keep on keeping on.
Woohoo!
7-day forecast. Today, 100% chance of showers, high of 59. Chance of showers, then patchy fog tonight, low of 49. Tomorrow, Friday, high of 69, partly sunny, mostly cloudy, chance of showers 30%, low of 50. Saturday, 30% chance of showers, high of 69, mostly clear Saturday night, low of 44. Sunday, sunny and breezy, high of 66, low of 41. Monday, sunny, high of 67 degrees. Tuesday, high up near 72. And Wednesday, sunny, high near 76. Pollen and allergy. Tree pollen today, high. Tomorrow, moderate. Saturday, moderate. Grass pollen today is moderate. Tomorrow will be high. Saturday, moderate. And then ragweed is out there. It's a little bit low, but there's none on Friday nor Saturday. I guarantee you tomorrow, it'll be different.
Mm-hmm.
Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk is 554.52. Currently 2.52 above full pool. They're currently generating 1 at this time. Lake Bull Shoals, 666.21. which is 7.21 above full pool of 659. They're currently generating 4. If you'd like to check the lake levels and dam reports for yourself, give them a call at 870-431-5311. You can listen to the recording. Anytime they make a change, they generally change that recording. But as much water is coming out of those dams right now, if you're not well versed on the river and where all the things are hidden underneath the water, either bring a guide or stay home. That's kind of
I
simple.
agree. Because there's channels in the river. I mean, you got to learn which side of the river's the deep side, and it switches. I mean, depending what areas and stuff.
Yeah,
So
you just got to be careful, for sure. Just be careful. That is the weather. The lake levels and dam reports brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team. Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. I say they're busy, but never too busy to assist you. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment with community news and happenings.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. We sell Ferris zero-turn mowers that have patented coil spring suspension. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. We buy, sell, trade new and used mowers. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road in Mountain Home, where your business is appreciated.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Moore Warehouse. Highway 178 East and Buzzard Roost Cutoff Road. You can't miss them. It's the only place in town that's got a mower higher than the building.
yes.
We can
And
say that.
I'm muted. Yes, they do.
We can say that very clearly. They're just the way it is.
I can see them get them up there in that rack.
Yeah, got to have a pretty good forklift.
I would imagine.
If you're looking for mower parts and service, go check out Mower Warehouse, Highway 178, Buzzard Roost Cutoff Road. They've got mowers up on a rack that stand higher than the building. They've got them on the ground all around. I haven't been to the back of the building, but I imagine there's some back
there's
there
some in the
too.
back, on the side, on the front, inside.
But parts for generators, weed eaters, blowers, lawnmowers of any brand, before you go buying it on Amazon or checking eBay, go check Mower Warehouse first.
They'll take care of you.
They'll do it. What we got for community news, Scooter? I'm not seeing a whole lot of stuff worth talking about.
Is it not? Not a lot of positive in the news today.
Sales tax numbers climb in April. Well,
That's positive.
That's a positive for the ones that get to spend the sales tax money. Group B jurors for Baxter County do not need to report today. That's good news for those folks.
Yeah, that's positive for them.
Yeah, so I guess we've hit a couple positive things. Let's see if there's anything else worth talking about in here.
We already kind of talked about the sports stuff going on.
A little bit, yeah. Bull Shoal City Council will continue discussion on short-term rentals. That'll happen. I believe that meeting is tonight. Let's take a look to make sure. Yes, it's tonight at 6:30 at the City Council chambers. Items on the agenda include a discussion of short-term rentals. The 2023 water audit. New business items include the 2022 budget reconciliation, resolution, discussion on the streets, and a grant for a fun park. Bull Shoals needs a little bit of that stuff to happen over there.
They do.
So,
Fun park.
Lakeview's another one that needs a little bit of a facelift. So let's see what else we got happening here. We do have some sports news. We've got district tournaments continuing today for several area teams. 2A1 district baseball tournament will be held at Equity Bank Sports Complex at Harrison. Yellville Summit and Marshall will get started at 4 o'clock. The winner of that game will face top-seeded Greenland in the semifinals at 6:30. Ozark Martin takes on Lifeway Christian at 4, and Cotter plays the winner at 6:30. So that's pretty good there. Let's see, we got softball. Flippin' softball team will be in Lincoln for the first time. First game for the 3A1 district tournament. Lady Bobcats will be matched up against Green Forest at 4 o'clock. So there we go. Salem and Melbourne will play at 6 tonight at Tuckerman. Izard County, this is softball. Izard County will play in the semifinals at 5:30. They'll play Quitman. And that's all I got for that.
Is soccer still going on, or is it?
Soccer is still going on.
Okay, I didn't know if it had finished up yet, or
Nope, soccer is still going on. Of course, in Mountain Home, all senior night will be May the 2nd, Tuesday. There'll be softball, baseball, and soccer, and they'll all three will be doing senior night about the same time.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
We will have the softball senior night on XL7 Sports on Facebook and YouTube for those girls. I'm sure Bomber Sports Network is going to be doing one of the other two, and I believe they'll do baseball because it's easier for them to do, and then they'll let the Huddle Cam do soccer.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
be pretty good. Let's see what we got here. The winners for the MHHS Mr. and Mrs. Mountain Home High School were named yesterday. Sadie Quick was the young lady that got it, along with James Douglas. He was the young man that got it.
Congratulations. Awesome.
Mountain Home Track Team is over at the conference tournament over at Van Buren. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Yellville Summit, they ended up being conference champions once again. That's exciting for them. Kai Bickford and Lauren Weimar were named, they had their postseason banquet, and they were named Mr. and Mrs. Bomber. So there we go. Amelia Rucker, Braden Dewey won the Art Hill Media Awards. Hagen Robb received the Brad Hallworth Inspiration Award. Cameron Mullen took home the Sally Ray Kindness Award for the second straight year. The banquet was held at Real Life Church. So there we go. Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm good.
Sounding good. This has been Community News and Happenings brought to you by Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, Highway 178 East and Buzzard Roost Cutoff Road. About a quarter mile from the bypass. Go there and check them out for your mower parts and service and new mowers. They carry the Ferris with them fancy little shock absorbers.
The springs on the front.
Spring-loaded front end. There we go.
Go try them out.
You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Here we go.
SOLAR solar panels. SOLAR solar panels. Well, all you need to do is call the solar guys. You'll smile and save money on the next sunrise. SOLAR solar panels.
Call the Solar Guys, your local solar experts. Find out how you can save money on the next sunrise.
SOLAR solar panels.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Are you
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This morning my guest is Heather Pitman, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, which is not to be mistaken with Arkansas Game Fish or Fish Game or whatever.
That's right.
That stupid Facebook
not to be
pages.
confused with the satirical Facebook page that everybody's talking about right now.
Talks about meth heads and deer and it's just crazy.
It's something. Piranha in Crooked Creek. That was
no,
another one.
The one I saw was the hammerhead shark at Lake Norfolk.
Yeah, I saw that one too, and a rabid raccoon. I don't know, all kinds of things. So.
So how is Heather this morning?
I'm good, doing good. We're busy getting ready for field trip season, or we're in the middle of field trip season, and then summer programming, and we just plug along over there. Yeah.
You are the facilities director for the Fred Berry. Scooter, your notes don't make any sense.
I can say what it is if you
Go
want
ahead,
to.
please.
Fred Berry Crooked Creek Nature Center.
Okay.
Yes.
What I have written down here by my note master is the facility director at Fred Berry Creek Nature Center.
Crooked Creek.
Well, you left out the crooked.
Well, yeah, I did.
Use my imagination.
You know.
Where is the Fred Berry Nature Center?
So we are located in Yellville, right on Crooked Creek Nature Center. And so we are, I'm not good with like north, south, east, west directions, but if you're going towards Harrison, right, and there's a sign, like where Kelly Slab is. So I don't know if you're familiar with Kelly Slab on Crooked Creek, but a lot of people are familiar with it. We're in that same area. So if you take a left like you're going to Kelly Slab, keep on going over the bridge. We have a gate, go through the gate. Our classroom and education center is at the top of the hill. We've got a nice pavilion. Caboose. Caboose is right before that. So the Caboose is first, and then you're going to turn after that on the next road.
There
And
we
we have
go.
a sign. Of course, we've changed our name, and Game and Fish logo has changed. So we have those highway department signs that are out, but they say Conservation Education Center, not Nature Center. So, but it's the same place. So, yeah.
How long has that been there?
Oh, goodness. So I believe it opened, I try to think backwards, let's see here. Early 2000s is when it opened. I mean, the plan started in like late 90s. And I took over as facility manager. Well, it'll be 2 years in July, so yeah.
Who is or was Fred Berry?
So Fred Berry is actually still around. He actually lives on the same road as we are on. He's just a little bit farther up. His family, they were in Yellville. They were the Berry family, had the Bank of Yellville. He's just a local guy who, he was a school teacher, a counselor, but also had ties to the Bank of Yellville. So his mother ran the Bank of Yellville for years and years and years, and he is a huge component for conservation and being responsible with our natural resources and making sure that kids get experiences outside so that they can love conservation, being outdoors, and recognizing the importance of making sure that we take care of those things so we have them in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So the way the story goes that I read in an old newspaper article when I was doing some research was that he was sitting on his porch with, on that road, and this property was up for sale, and I think it was a dairy farm, some kind of farm before, and it went for sale, and he thought to himself, I can watch, at that time they were gravel mining Crooked Creek. They aren't anymore, but they were at the time, and the thought process he had was, well, I can watch either gravel trucks going up and down the road, or I can watch school buses going up and down this road. And he's made it possible for the foundation to purchase that property and then put the education center on there. So, yeah.
This Kelly slab that you talked about a moment ago, what is it?
Okay, so Kelly's Slab is just it's a local spot where everybody likes to go fishing, and it used to be, and swimming, and that used to be the way that you got across from one side to the other towards our facility.
Okay.
And also just it's been there way before we were there. Kelly Slab is just everyone knows. If you're a local from Yellville, you know Kelly Slab. You know that's where people go to hang out and go swimming, fishing for smallmouth.
Do you have any idea?
The name Kelly. Dr. Kelly was.
So Dr. Kelly
yes,
was,
that
okay,
family.
that's what I had thought.
Yes, that's correct.
Because he had a big farm over in that area.
Yes, he did.
Too.
So some of that property was not the property that Fred Berry got for us, but some other property was their property as well. So yeah. Yeah.
A lot of education opportunities over there. What kind of things do y'all talk about when you have a school bus come through?
So when we have schools come, usually it depends on the grade, depends on what the teachers want. What we do is I communicate with those teachers, and they kind of tell me what kinds of things they're interested in. We do outdoor like recreation kinds of things like archery, fishing, paddling safety, boating safety. We'll also do more like conservation education classes. Like we have something called Kicking and Picking, which is really fun, where you go in and you get in the water and you look for macroinvertebrates, which are tiny little bugs that turn into things like mayflies and crane flies and things that fish like to eat, especially fly fishermen really that's where they make their flies from, these insects. Anyway, if you have a good variety of those kinds of bugs, those macroinvertebrates, that tells you that stream is a healthy stream, because some of those bugs are very intolerant to pollution, and so if you have those in your creek, that's a good place you're going to have a healthy stream with healthy populations of fish and everything. So that's one thing we teach kids depending on their age. We had preschoolers the other day. We talked about camping and don't feed bears and did some little activities about what bears eat. It just depends on the grade level, but it's all based on...
At that age level, it's just important for them to know they eat people.
No. Not around here they don't. They eat bugs, insects, fruit, berries, that kind of thing. Yeah. Mainly tell them is like, if you don't want them to come to your yard, you don't need to invite them over for dinner. So make sure you keep your trash put up, that kind of thing. But anyway, it's fun. It just depends on the grade level. So we can do, I've had art groups coming out and sitting on the banks of the creek and sketching things. Science teachers bring their kids out for different kinds of science-based natural resource kind of classes. Some teachers want to bring their kids out just to go hiking and just to have a good day and have fun. And next week we're booked, and we do fishing derbies also. So we'll have several schools are coming to just go to the creek, or I'm sorry, to the pond. We have a pond that we stock with catfish, and the kids come and fish off that pond. And so we do fishing derbies as well with game and fish. So,
I'll be darned.
Yep.
7:30, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. Heather Pitman, Arkansas Game and Fish, is with me. Be back in just a moment.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home at
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Heather Pitman, Arkansas Game and Fish. She's the facility director at the Fredberry Crooked Creek Nature Center.
Perfect.
In Yellville.
Yes, perfect. Yep.
How is it to be back home and doing something that you enjoy doing back in your home
It's
backyard?
wonderful. It's great. You know, I tell people this all the time. When you're from the Ozarks and you're from here, it's always home. Like, you could go and live and do and love where you are before, but there's just something about this place that's really special. So I'm glad to be back.
Come back in the old stomping grounds. You say you graduated in 1989 from Yellville Summit.
I did.
Has much changed since '89?
Yes, I mean, the school's changed, you know.
But that's about all.
Yellville, well, I mean, you know, I don't know. It's about the same, I guess. It's a great little town. We have a pub now, which is kind of fun.
A pub?
Yeah, we do. It's pretty cool. It's a neat little place. I don't know. It's a good place, you know. It's small. It's just a nice hometown feel.
Arkansas Game and Fish always seems to be willing and able to assist the schools in different programs that they do. We were talking off the air a little bit about the shooting sports.
Yes.
That a lot of the schools have taken on. How do y'all assist with that, with the different area schools?
So we have a trap range out on our facility, and we have 4 teams, I think, right now that have come and they practice. They start practicing, I want to say they started in February, maybe or early March, and they come out weekly. And they have access to the range. We provide clays. I believe the Game and Fish also supplies shells for them as well. And they come out and practice. They get 2 1-hour practices each group per week. So they just come and they bring their coaches and do their practices every week to prepare for shooting sports. So we make that available to them.
Are you noticing that archery sports are becoming pretty popular?
Yes,
too?
we have a 3D archery range out on the facility. It's kind of near where our trap range is. And when I first started, we had a few people that would trickle in and use it, but we are seeing more and more people who are interested in using that range, and they come out and practice their shooting. It's like a trail, so they have, a deer out there and I think there's a giant mosquito out there right now. I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
and people
imported from Louisiana.
Yeah, and people have practice. And then archery in the schools is huge. It's huge statewide. So that we had our tournament, their state tournament in March, and there's nothing like seeing, 200 kids lined up.
Y'all hosted that?
We didn't know that was not. We did not
Okay.
host that, but Game and Fish is a big part of that, and so but watching those kids shoot. We did host a local tournament for our local archery teams right after that tournament, and they came in from different areas around mostly Marion County, not as many Baxter County, I believe. In Boone County, we had some kids from Valley Springs. And,
Right, I knew Boone had quite a good team
yeah,
as well.
so they are good. Like, I will say that that area, Valley Springs, Bergman, Lead Hill, Alpena, those schools represented really well at the state tournament. They were amazing. They did a great job. So
Now, are those 2 ranges only open to students for the school sports, or is that open to the public as
no,
well?
they're open to the public. So the 3D range is open to the public all the time, and our trap range is open to the public on a limited basis, just because of we need we have to have faculty to help run. We have to have safety officers up there whenever we're open. And we're primarily an education center. So we do have it, and we're open for the public so that people can come out and shoot every 2nd and 4th week of the month on Wednesdays and Saturdays from 9 till noon. People just call us up and reserve a spot and come out there, and we'll be out there to help them pull the clay. We provide the clays, and you bring your own shotgun and your own shells. And
So what is the fee?
it's $5 a round. And then we also have punch cards, so they're $45 for 10 rounds. So you can get a free round if you buy a punch card. And you can use those anytime we're open to the public.
What's considered a round?
25 shots. So you have 5 at each of those. So there's the way that the trap is set. It's got 5 spots, and you start on this spot, and you get to shoot 5 clays, and then everybody switches to the next, to the next.
So
to
it's
the
a
next.
circuit.
Yeah. So you get 25 shots all together.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's great.
Good time.
It's fun. I'm terrible at it, but it's a lot of fun.
How big of a facility is the conservation center, the nature center?
So-
Like, how much land does it cover?
Oh, it's 421 acres.
Oh, wow.
And what's really nice about it is that part of the creek, we have like over 2 miles of, where we're on the creek. So, and it's like a big curve. It's crooked, it's Crooked Creek. So it's a giant curve that we're on, and we have property on the creek all the way through there. So it's really nice. And we have a nice pavilion that people use a lot for picnics, or you can rent it if you want to for events and things like that. And the classroom is really nice.
Do a lot of people fish out of there?
Yes, a lot of people come and fish for smallmouth.
Is that open to the public?
Yeah, it is. So that area, that part of, and all we ask is if you come and you want to fish on our property, just let us know you're coming. And the only reason is because we lock our gates at 4:30, and we don't want to lock anybody in. People don't want that to happen.
That's not too fun.
No. So we just say, just let us know you're there so that we can make sure that we see your face, or you can call, and we just, say, we lock our gates 4:30. We don't want you to get locked in. There's a spot that people really, really enjoy fishing down there.
So what do they do? You have to be off there by 4:30?
Yeah. You don't have to come tell us you're leaving or anything like that. Just
let us know you're here.
Let us know you're here so we can make sure you don't get locked in. So
At one time, Crooked Creek used to be a big smallmouth.
yes, still is. That's where people want to come and get their smallmouth. Yep. And on that part of the creek, on that section, there are some places that Game and Fish has created you have to catch and release all the smallmouth that you catch in that area. And I was reading about that earlier, and it's mainly just so we can, I guess, continue to have good growth populations there. So yeah, but people catch smallmouth all the time.
How many people work at this facility?
So it's me, I'm the facility manager, and then we have 3 educators on site. And then we have one educator who lives in Heber Springs, and he kind of travels around and makes sure that we can reach people in other counties in our region besides just the local, Baxter, Marion, Boone counties. So he comes sometimes and does things, but for a permanent basis, it's me and those 3 educators. One of them also works a lot on habitat management, so he'll teach some, but he also is working on getting our habitats back from like farmland habitats to more of a quail habitat or a dove. We've got a dove field that we use for mentored dove hunts. We've done that before. We have mentored youth hunts for deer, veterans mentored hunts. We do all kinds of stuff like that out there as well.
Do y'all use interns very often?
We do. We had an intern last year. His name was Case. He's actually from Mountain Home.
Case Stern?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was our intern last year. We're going to have another intern this year. I'm not really sure who that's going to be yet, but yeah, we have.
Now we
interns.
talked about the Kellys and Kelly's Landing.
Yeah.
That would be his grandson.
Yeah, right.
So
That's
Dr.
right.
Kelly's grandson.
Yep. Yeah, he's a great guy. We really enjoyed having him last year. It was fun. It was a good time.
The programs that you have, they're state funded or federally funded?
So our programs are all funded through, the 1/8 of a cent sales tax, that passed in, 95, long time ago. Part of that helps support us. And also, we always like to tell people, when you purchase a hunting or fishing license, we also get funds from that as well to help support what we do. And we're very, very grateful for that. So, because we don't charge for any of our programming, except, the $5 for the range, but and we don't really charge for anything else. People ask us all the time, how much is it going to cost for me to do this class? Teachers ask, how much will it cost for us to do this class? And we don't want to charge that. People pay for that up front with their sales taxes and support from those hunting and fishing licenses, which we're very, very grateful for.
So the over 400 acres that you have there is restricted hunting?
We don't. The only people that hunt on that property are people who are at a mentored hunt.
Right. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Yes, that's
restricted.
right. Yep, that's correct. So
that keeps some of the wildlife around. So.
Yes, and the idea is to give people an opportunity who have never hunted before, an opportunity to do that with some help from others. And the mentors are game and fish employees, so these are men and women who also have a lot of knowledge about hunting and fishing, or hunting in this case, and will come out and we do classes that we talk about. We do the safety aspect, and we do the conservation aspect, and talking about populations and how important it is to keep those populations. In one way is the hunting really does help with that, and we teach them how to clean the deer and the dove. If it, like in that case, it was dove. I was actually a participant in the dove hunt because I am not a big hunter, and I'm learning these things, and I learned how to clean a dove with my bare hands. That was pretty fun. So we do a lot of those. That education part is pretty neat. And so in the veterans hunt was a little bit more. I think it was bow. It was a bow hunt and for deer. It was last year during Turkey Trot weekend, so that second weekend in October, and so we had some men that came from around and did a veterans hunt, so that was really neat too.
Do they offer a hunter safety course?
Yeah, we do. Not like weekly or whatever, but we do offer them, probably quarterly. We offer one there on site. We actually are having one tonight and tomorrow night, but it's for those shooting sports kids because they've got to have that that hunter ed class to participate in the tournaments that are coming up. So we're having one for our shooting sports teams, those kids that haven't had it yet. We're doing that this week. But yeah, we do boater safety as well. We can do both of those classes and get people certified.
Cool. What other classes are available at the Fred Berry Center?
So coming up, after we get through field trip season, during field trip season, we don't do a lot of evening programming just because we're
Let's talk about
slammed.
that just a minute, the field trip season.
Okay.
How far will they bring students to come check this out?
Usually we've got people that come, of course, Mountain Home, Harrison, Bergman has come, Lead Hill, Yellville, Flippin, Cotter. I had people come. We had groups that came from Calico Rock. So it's it's a long drive for some people, but if they can get there, they'll come, or we'll go to them. I've been to. So there's 11 counties in our region, and we don't just serve people coming to us. We also will go and do programming for them. So I've gone to Horseshoe Bend, I've gone to Calico Rock, Heber Springs. I haven't gone to Heber Springs, but we've done programming in Heber, Mountain View, anywhere we can, and we'll just go to them and do whatever kind of programming they want. We'll go there too as well. So
it's a well-used facility.
Yes, it is.
What a deal.
Yeah.
45 after the hour. We're going to take a quick break. Heather Pitman, Arkansas Game and Fish, is with me. We'll be back in just a moment.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. The 10th annual Night with Your Knight and Father-Daughter Ball will be coming up April 21st and 22nd each night at the Shed in Mountain Home. Dads and daughters are mothers and sons date night, filled with dancing, dessert, a keepsake gift, and a limo ride. Don't miss an opportunity to make some memories. Tickets on sale now at mountainhomechristianacademy.com. That's the 10th annual Night with Your Knight and Father-Daughter Ball on April 21st and 22nd at the Shed in Mountain Home. Don't miss it.
You know, Harry, I think you were right. I hate to say it.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I think it is finally time for us to move out of this place. Someplace closer to the churches, doctors, someplace you don't have to mow a huge yard. It's time we downsize.
No, I've seen that hottest hotshot agent guy. He's got himself a bunch of listings.
Well, I talked to Grace, and she had some wonderful things to say about the Z Team.
Oh yeah, we've heard them on the radio. You know, I checked out the website at retiredarkansas.net the other day. Didn't really look like they had a lot of listings.
They don't have a lot of listings because they sell them.
Well, maybe it's time for us to call the Z-Team. You know, Marge, I think maybe this time you were right.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Call the Z-Team, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home. 870-405-0793.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. We sell Ferris zero-turn mowers that have patented coil spring suspension. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. We buy, sell, trade new and used mowers. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road in Mountain Home, where your business is appreciated.
Have you ever...
All right.
We cover everything.
Okay.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. You're watching Heather Pitman from Arkansas Game and Fish from the Fred Berry Crooked Creek. Thanks, Scooter. Crooked Creek Nature Center. I had it. You just got to give me more than just 2 seconds. We talked about earlier all the events and things that you have in conjunction with the school, but you do outside stuff as well, yes. And let's talk about some of those things you've got on your calendar.
Okay, so first I'll talk a little bit about what we've got going on for the youth coming up this summer. So every week, starting in June through the end of July, we'll have Target Tuesdays, Wild Wednesdays, and Fishing Fridays. That's every single week. Target Tuesdays is geared towards kids wanting to learn and hone their skills in archery or shooting. And in the past we've done mostly archery, bait casting, and BB guns, which we'll still do, but we're going to try to focus in on some specific things for each week, so it'll kind of mix it up a little bit. So we might have a 3D archery day where we practice that, and we might have a shotgun safety day where we practice that and use our range and do those things with the kids. So that's going to be every Tuesday starting in June. Wild Wednesdays is geared towards, it's more of the natural sciences, conservation education, understanding animals and the wildlife around you and those kinds of things. And it's geared towards kids who are a little bit younger. And we'll do like a little class about say bear or whatever, and then we'll do a craft with the kids and a game and that kind of thing. So it's kind of geared towards the younger kids. Wild Wednesdays, and we'll have a different topic every week. And then we have Fishing Friday, and Fishing Friday is where we use the pond, and kids can fish the pond, but we're also going to do classes. So we'll have like a little class at the beginning that just different kinds of things. Maybe it's the tying the knots for your, like how to tie the things for your fishing pole, or rigging the fishing pole, or a specific fly fishing class, or something like that for kids. And then we'll give them some time to fish at the end at our pond. So that's all summer, every single week. And parents are always wondering how do they find out about those things, and I tell them the best way to find out is to look at our website or Facebook, because we'll post all those things, and hopefully get out some information to schools so that the teachers can share that information with them as well, and they can give us a call too.
What is the true Facebook page for your
The
stuff?
true Facebook page is we have one that is the Fredberry Crooked Creek Nature Center. And you just look up Fredberry Crooked Creek Nature Center and it'll pop up. So, and it's really neat because while I'll post all those things, it also links to our website. And on our website we have a little calendar icon. And if you click on that, it'll show all the things that are coming up that we have available. So that's really nice. Some things you register for, some things you don't. Those summer programs for kids, we're not asking for kids to register for those. We're just, come and do.
Is there a cost to those?
No, they're all free of charge for the kids. We like to provide that opportunity for them. And then we also have our trap dates that I always like to share in case people want to come out and shoot trap. We have our upcoming dates are May 10th, 13th, 24th, and 27th. And then June is 7th, 10th, 21st, and 24th. And at July is 5th, 8th, 19th, and 22nd. And again, you can just call us if you have any questions. This Saturday, we have a pretty cool birding class that we have. His name is Gary Graves. He's from Washington, D.C., I believe. He works for the Smithsonian as a curator of a bird curator and a zoologist. Has friends. He's local, has local people that he knows. Anyway, he's coming to do a birding hike with folks. That's this Saturday. And then May 6th, we have Hike with the Naturalist. So if you're interested in chinkapins and getting chinkapins on your property, which are trees that are related to chestnut trees, so it's very hard to get them back. So because of the blight that happened, whenever that happened with chestnuts, so the Chinkapin Foundation comes and helps us, and then anyone else who wants to get chinkapins on their property can do it. So we're having a hike to see our chinkapins, not chinkapin oaks, chinkapins. So in case you didn't know that, it's kind of a neat process to try to bring these back because of the history with American chestnuts and how they were wiped out completely. So, and these are related to those. So there's a little bit of difficulty getting healthy trees to come back because of the same thing. It's always there, but they're coming. We have some, and so we're going to take people to look out and let them know how they can get them on their property.
Too many people roasting them on open fire.
And one more thing, if you're interested in quail, we have bobwhite quail on our property. You can hear them. It's amazing because when I was a kid, I heard them all the time, and then I didn't hear them ever again. And then when I started working at Fredberry, I heard them again, and I was like, this is it was chill bumps kind of a moment for me because that sound is amazing. So. And we want to bring those populations back. So we are June 1st, Calvin Wakefield, who I think you guys probably have had on here before, a private land biologist, is doing a program on how to make a habitat for quail on your property. So we're going to go through our property and show people what we've done and talk about the process and get them out there in the field so they can kind of see each step. And Calvin's going to talk people through that and give them resources to help them be able to do the same thing on their own property because it's kind of like turkey. You want to bring them back and make sure we get healthy populations. So we're going to do that in June. That's June 1st. All of those things are going to be on our website or on the Facebook page. Just be looking for it. And again, if anybody ever just calls us, we can tell them everything we've got coming up and let them know how that way as well. So,
what are your hours at the Nature Center?
So we are open to the public Tuesday through Saturday from 8:30 to 4:30. We usually lock our gate about 8, and some people come up a little bit early, but that's our official hours are 8:30 to 4:30.
Do they change in the seasons?
No, it's the same.
Same
times.
all the time.
Yeah.
What age groups do you see the most there?
Oh man, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, we have such a varied age. It's very, very. There's so many different age groups because I just feel like we've got opportunities for so many different ages that it really is not. It's hard for me to pinpoint one specific age group. Obviously with school groups, it's those kids. Usually the teachers that we see are usually 3rd through 7th grade maybe. We have some high school groups, but not as many. And then for when we do our programming in the evenings and things, that's usually the folks that we have come are, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s ages, something like that.
There's so many people that move into our area, not just Mountain Home, but throughout all north central Arkansas, that have no idea that this place even exists.
I know.
And it's not something just for the kids, it's something for the adults and the elderly and the seniors as well. When I was in school here back in the 70s, we had a mandatory class called Arkansas Outdoors. And it would have been great if this facility had been open back then.
Yes. There's actually, you guys have a local teacher, Freddie Pinka, who has something called Outdoor Adventures. It's called the Outdoor Adventures Program. It's very similar to that, I think. And we've done a lot of stuff with him. He's done paddling, fishing. We're going to do camping with him, orienteering with their kids, lots of different things. But it sounds like kind of similar. And Game and Fish is working towards trying to get those kinds of programs back into schools.
Is there any camping allowed on this facility?
The only camping that we have, mainly, because it's only if they get permission from us, and it is mainly like clubs. Like we have some scout troops that come, some 4-H clubs that will come and camp. When we do our mentored hunts, they camp on site, but we don't really. It's not really open to the public to come in and camp. So.
Do y'all track the number of people that come through there?
We try. It's very, very difficult for the trails and things, because we count the trails as well. And if you don't see people on our hiking trails, you don't know they're there. And people who come in and fish right there around that area. So we see a lot of people traffic-wise that way. It's just really hard to get a good number on it. Unless they come in and talk to us, we don't know for sure that they've been there. And we have great trails for walking as well.
If you had to guess, how many people do you think go through there in a year?
Oh, gosh. Man, that's a great
give me a
question,
good
too.
guess.
Good guess. Oh, gosh.
A lot.
I think more than you think. I think as far as enjoying the outdoor area, way more than you would think. And that's not a number I know, but I can't even pull it out of my head. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if 500,
5,000,
maybe in between there. I'm just kidding. Definitely in the thousands, low thousands probably. And that's just with traffic, with people fishing off of Kelly Slab or coming in to go to the point or hiking on the trails. Because people come every day and hike on those trails every single day. And it's really funny, people who come into the facility, because we're open, they can come in and look around. We have a few live animals that people can look at and that kind of thing. And so if they don't come in and see us, we don't know. And so many people are like, we didn't even know you guys were here. This is great. We're so glad that we found it. And so we're trying to get it, more exposure. But I feel like we've gotten more and more. We're getting more and more traffic all the time. So
what is the phone number people can reach and
So
ask
our
questions?
phone number is 870-218-4387. You can give us a call there, or you can call my cell phone, my mobile, my work phone. It's my work phone. That is 501-607. Oh man, I just went blank on it because I don't use it very much. 607. Never mind, I can't remember. I could look it up, but it's not that big of a deal. Just call that number and you'll get
that
us.
number, the good number again.
The
one you know. Give
it's
that one
870-218-4387. And I will tell everyone, this is a new number. We had a 449 number, and we had to change it because we changed phone system. So be patient. It's automated when you call. There's a little bit of a delay.
Internet-based.
Please, yes. So just be patient, and we're there. I promise. We want to talk to people. Just give us a call, and we'll go from there. So, yeah.
Good time.
It's a great place, and I love it. I'm glad I got to come back home and be a part of it, yeah.
Heather Pitman, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. She is the facilities director for the Fred Berry Crooked Creek Nature Center over in Yeovil. Give them that address one more time.
Oh, goodness.
Maybe not.
Oh, my gosh. See, I've gone completely blank. Conservation Lane. Oh, my goodness. 815 Conservation Lane. What? See,
if you're traveling from Mountain Home going toward Harrison, just look for the sign that says Fred Berry. Take a left.
My goodness. Why? And I've been, you know how you get on the spot sometimes and your brain turns old and you can't think? That's where I'm at.
Happens to him all the time.
No, 851 Conservation Lane.
851
That's the
Conservation
address,
Lane.
yes. Woo.
Put it in your GPS. Go check
Yeah,
them out.
please
We really
do.
appreciate you joining us
And
this
come
morning.
see us. If you come by, come see us. And
There we go. Make sure they know you're there.
we're here.
Thanks
Come
for
see
joining
us.
us. You're
Thank
watching
you
The
so
Morning
much.
Show on XL7 TV. We'll be back tomorrow. See you then.